We are live. Hi everyone, welcome back to Codera. Today we will be discussing problems related to sorting, and this will be the first session for mastering sorting problems of CodeForces live problem solving. Previous day the session could not take place because of some network issues. So today I'll be starting again, and today I have decided that we'll be solving 4 easy problems so that we can begin ahead with the problem solving of sorting based problems, or problems where you need the data or the array or the strings to be sorted in some fashion or the other, so that you can you can get some result and output. So just quickly give me a +1 in the chat and like the video if up till now everything is clear, my voice is also clear and my screen is also visible. And then eventually I'll begin ahead with the problems today. Just waiting for some time for other people, everyone else to join in, and then we'll begin ahead. So till then you can just comment down below how many problems have you solved of DSA or competitive programming, so that I also know what is your progress. Hi Sethi. So just talking about the problem. So hi Ashish Kushwaha. Right. So hi Chirag. Sorry for the interruption for yesterday and the day before. Because of network, I couldn't take the sessions. Like I was planning to take them from I think Wednesday or Thursday, but because of some network issues in the evening, I couldn't take it. Yesterday I tried it 2 times, but still I couldn't take it. So from today we'll be beginning, and I hope that there will be no problem now. And one more thing that I want to tell you all is that I'll be discussing 4 easy problems today that are rated at 800. So don't, if you can solve these problems, or if you think that these are too easy, so just don't judge this sorting series that we are starting today, and we'll be having at least 7 to 10 lectures on this. So just don't judge this series based upon the lecture today, because today, since it is the first lecture of sorting series, so that is why I'm trying to take easy problems, so that we can build up a momentum for ourselves. And besides this, one more thing that I want to say is that the reason why I have picked up sorting, because going further, if I pick a topic, let's say like binary search, so for that you need to have a little bit idea about sorting, right? So that is why I have picked this topic. Probably after this topic, I'm planning to pick up binary search after we have, let's say, at least 7, 8 or 9 lectures of this sorting series based upon your responses and feedbacks. I'll try to keep it on a medium level, because sorting is usually everyone is comfortable with sorting. So I'll try to take up problems that basically challenge you to think more in the direction. Okay, so if we should begin with the session and everyone is okay, perfectly fine, so please consider giving a +1 in the chat, or begin or +1 in the chat, so that I can immediately start with today's session. And we'll start problem solving. So I am planning to discuss 4 problems today. Okay, perfect. We can't judge, sir. As I saw, greedy and game theory develops the way of thinking too much after being consistent. Yeah, right. Right, so let's begin with this first problem. I can see 6 people are live. So if anyone has not liked the video, please like the video and please comment down +1 quickly, so that I can begin ahead with the first problem itself. I hope that this is visible to everyone. Okay, perfect. I totally agree with okay, you totally agree. Okay, perfect. I will try to keep the level up of sorting, because I know that people are comfortable with sorting, so that I will try to bring such questions, or I will try to pick those questions from CodeForces that will allow you to think. So these are the problems that I've picked today, and let's begin with the problem. So the problem 1 is problem A. The first problem of this series is arena, and it says that there are n heroes fighting against each other in the arena. So basically there are n heroes, and each hero is having AI level. Okay, so what it says is every minute there is a fight going on, and these heroes can be chooses in any order arbitrarily. And when 2 heroes are fighting, so if a hero wins, a hero can win against the other hero. Will we be solving recursion in DP also? Yes, going further, once we have solved these basic topics, like let's say this sorting is going on, then after that binary search, then let's say we can have some more topics like that. After that, we'll be going to graphs, DP, recursion, and all these topics. Definitely we'll be deep diving into those topics as well. Okay. That is why we are trying to build a community, and don't think that if let's say game theory is done or sorting greedy part is done, because what I'm saying is that we have only covered the basics, or let's say 1100 or 1200 rated maximum problems. We'll be reaching out more problems, so that one can become at least an expert by watching those series or taking some inspiration from that series. Okay, so now reading this problem again. So basically there are n heroes that have been given to you, and each minute a fight is going on. Each prayer level is given to you, that is AI, and two heroes arbitrarily or randomly, any two heroes can fight against each other, and no, if the level of the heroes are same, then nobody wins. Otherwise, if one of the heroes is of higher level, so he will win and his level increases by one. So the winner of the tournament is the first hero who is at least able to fight this much. The winner is the winner or the winner of this tournament is a hero who can win this series, right? The winner is a hero who can uh, let's say fight a lot of infinite number of fights, and a winner is a hero such that there exists a sequence of fight, hero becomes the winner of the tournament. So if someone keeps on winning again and again, then he can be a hero, right? So let me just quickly copy the test cases, and it has been given. You have been given the value for each hero, and ultimately in the end what you have to do is you have to simply print the possible number of you have to print the number of possible winners among these n heroes that has been given to you. Okay, so let me just copy the answers for these test cases as well, right? So let's say that if you had been given, let's say 3, then 2 and 2, right? So if you have been given this, then let's say 2 comes to fight against 2, right? 2 is fighting against 2, so no winner will be there. But let's say if 3 comes and fights against 2, this 2 or this 2, then 3 can obviously win, right? And can any one of these two wins against 3? No. So that is why total one winner will be there. Only one possible winner is there, right? One winner is only possible, right? For this case, let's say if the array has 5 and 5, so in this case you can see that both are equal. That is why there are total 0 possible winners, right? 0 possible winners. Everyone will agree to that, I think. 0 possible winners for this case. Now the question is, that these test cases are very basic, and anyone watching can easily figure out like who's going to be the winner and who's not going to be the winner. But the question comes to us that what will happen, let's say, when my array n number of heroes that have been given to me are 4, and they are 1, 3, 3 and 7. So can someone tell me what are the total number of possible winners? What are the total possible winners? Can someone in the chat tell me total possible winners for this case? Anyone can tell me? Anyone can tell me about the total number of possible winners for this case? Just quickly let me know in the chat. Okay, so let's say this one comes. Okay, this one, I know that he cannot win against anyone, so he cannot be a possible winner for me. I know that this 7 is a possible winner, right? So this 7 is a possible winner, so I have one winner at least, right? 3 winners. Why 3 winners? Can someone in the chat tell me? So Sethi is saying, yeah, right, 3. Why? Because 3 and 7, all these 3 can be winners, right? Why these 3 can be winners? These all three players can be winners, because you can say that any two players can be fighting against each other, right? You can say the 3 can fight against 1, this 3 also can keep on fighting against this one, and in this way they can also increase and they can fight, they can keep on fighting infinite number of times, right? So that is why what will happen in this case is that you will ultimately end up winning, right? This and this, all these will be able to win. 7 can win a lot of wins, 3 can also win as many 3 can also win as many fights as he wants, and apart from this, this guy, like this second 3 also, he can win also a number of fights, right? Let me say that I give you a test case. Let's say that I give you another test case, and in that test case, let's say I have 1, I have 1, I have 2, I have 2, and I have 3. What is the total number of possible winners in this case? Can someone in the chat quickly tell me? I just want to know from all of you, what are the total number of winners for this case? Anyone can tell me just quickly. Anyone would like to tell me what are the total number of winners in this case? Anyone would like to tell me? Anyone would like to tell me? If one lose, so 3 have only 4 power. If one loses, yeah, right. Okay, perfect. So in this case, what will be the total number of winners? The 3. There are 3 winners, right? Why? Because you can see that every time what will happen. Yeah, right. 3 will be the total winners. 3 can win. 3 can win all the fights. 2 can also win. 2 can keep on fighting against 1. This 2 can also keep on fighting against 1. But these 2 can never, right? Let's say I have 1, 1, 1. And let's say I have 3, 5 and 7. And let's say I have 8. What are the total number of winners in this case? The total number of winners are 4, right? 4 winners. What can I say in this case? Can I say that the total winners are nothing but n minus the count of minimum element, n minus count of minimum element? Can I say this? Can I say this, that the total number of winners are this? Everyone will agree to this? N minus total count, right? Everyone will agree to this, right? I think. Perfect. So that is why, moving on, if I will tell you, so what you have to do is you will be simply given this array, right? You will be simply given this array, and what you have to do is long n comma I. After that, what you can do is you can first of all take the input. So let's say you first of all take n, then you take the array. Okay, you take the array, and you can do this in a lot of ways. You can count the minimum element, or you can do it anything like that. But basically what you can do is, let's say you have I starts from 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. And after that, what you can do is you can first of all take the array of I as an input, and let's say you find the minimum is equal to mi is equal to minimum of mi comma a of I, right? So you can simply keep on doing that, and let's say long mi is equal to a very large value, let's say 1e15 or something, very large value, infinite value. After that, what you will do is you will have to keep a counter for the number of players like that. Okay, so that is why what you will do is, for I starts from 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus, I'll start on iterating through the array, and what I will do is if x equal a of I, if I have the, I'll keep on the counting the elements, right? I'll keep the counter for the minimum elements, right? This is what I want to do. And once this part is done, so I'll simply, the total number of winners will be nothing but n minus x. You can also sort it, and you can return the ith index. You can also sort it, since this was a sorting problem. You could have also sorted it, and the first number that was not equal to the first element a of 0, you could have written that index as well. So let me just quickly copy the test cases and see whether it works on the samples or not, and then I think that we can submit this problem. This was an easy problem, I agree to that. Okay, so I am missing something over here. Okay, again some little compilation issues. Let me fix those. Okay, right, it is beneficial to always use long rather than, is it? It is not always necessary, it is or not always necessary beneficial, I would say. It depends on your choice mostly. So I am making some mistake here. Am I making some mistake? For this, the number of winners will be what? Long. I've taken this as long. Yeah, right. So I think that in this case, the values are also very low, and this is also the case. I have to take this as an input, and I'm not getting the right answers for this problem, right? So I keep on counting, and my x is also initialized to 0 every time. And if my x not x, if my mi is equal to, if the minimum element is equal to a of I, right? So that is when I can say that I'll be doing x plus plus, and in the end I can do n minus x, right? So yeah, 1 0 and 3, I think this is the answer. Okay, so let me submit this problem. You could have also sorted this, and you could have also done it like that. It is not always necessary to take long. Chirag, just answering your question. So let me just quickly open this up and see whether my problem gets accepted or not. Again, okay, perfect. Let's submit this problem little quick and see what's the response on this one. Perfect. So yeah, it got accepted. It is written here, it is still processing. I think some delay in the internet itself. Okay, so as you can see that this problem got accepted, but still there are a little bit issues from the internet side. So let's do one thing. Let's see the summations of my summations for this problem. Yeah, right. So you can see that this problem just got accepted here. I'll show you the code part again. Basically, I just took minimum element to infinity. After that, I calculated the minimum element and I just counted the occurrence of minimum element. Since this is a sorting problem, so you could have also used sorting and you could have returned the first element which is not equal to a of 0, right? The index of the first element that is not equal to a of 0. So uh, n minus I minus 1 would have been the answer in that case. Okay, right. So moving on to the next problem. So the next problem is named as maximization, right? So is everyone aware that what is a max is? Does everyone know that what is a max or no? Just let me know quickly. So max is what? Max is the smallest integer that is not present in an array. Okay, max is the smallest positive integer that is not present in an array. Let's say smallest non-negative integer, I think, that is not present. Let's say if the 1 2 3 is your given array, then for this the max will be 0. If the array is given to be 0 1 then 4 and let's say 2, so in this case you can see that 3 is not present, so that is why 3 will be the answer, right? Max, 3 will be the max. After this, let's say if you were given 0 then 2 then 1 then 3 then 5 then 7 then let's say 4 also. So in this case you can see that 6 is not present, so 6 will be the max. Is everyone clear with this, that what is a max? If you were not clear, then I have told you what is a max. Is everyone clear with this much part, or anyone has got any doubt up till now? Just quickly mention that in the comments, only then I'll be able to move ahead. Is everyone clear with this much part? Just quickly let me know so that I can move ahead. Is everyone clear with this much part? Just quickly let me know. Only then I'll be moving ahead with this. Perfect. So let's move on. So this is what max means. Is there any lag or anything, because I cannot see your comments coming in? Okay, yeah, Ria is saying +1. Okay, it is clear to everyone, right? So what does this problem say? This problem says that, let me zoom in a little bit. This problem says that it was asked in CodeForces 708, so it was a recent contest. I think it occurred a couple of months back. You are given an integer n, that is, you have been given an array, integer n, that is the number of elements in the array, and you have been also given this array, right? You should reorder the elements, so you have to reorder the elements of the array in such a way that the max of the prefixes is maximum possible, right? What does it mean? I will tell you. So let's say that what can happen in this case is, let's say if I give you an array like this. Let's say I give you an array, let's say I give you 1, then I give you 0, then I give you 2, and I give you 4, right? So for this element, let's say this is the array that has been given to me. So in this case, what will happen? For this element, if this is the array A, then the B array, that is the max up till this prefix, up till this element, from the 0th index up till this element, will be what? The max will be 0, right? After this, what will be the max for this one? The max for this 0 will, since 1 and 0 are present, just assume this, that 1 and 0 are present, right? So what will be the max? The max will be 2 for this, right? So that is why here what I will write? I will write 2. After this, what will the max for this index? So you can see 1 0 and 2, all these three elements are present, so 0 1 and 2 are all present, so that is why the max for this will be 3. Now looking at this, what will the max for this? What will be the max for this? Can anyone in the chat tell me quickly? Anyone would like to tell me? Just a little quick. So for this, the max will be what? The max will be 3, because 3 was not present, right? But what has been given is, you have to maximize this. Okay, you have to maximize this array bi. Basically you have to maximize each bi. You have to maximize each bi in this array, and what you have to do is that simply means that ultimately your sum of all the elements in the bi should be maximum possible, right? This is what it means. So let us just quickly take some of the test cases. So let's say if you were given 103, all these is to explain this part, right? So you'll be given an integer n, and you'll be given this array, and you have to, for each test case, you have to print the array bi in the most optimal way possible, right? So let me just copy the test cases from here. right? So let's say that the first array has elements, the number of 4, then 2, then 0, then 1, then 3, 3 and 7, right? Let's suppose that this is the array. Then just quickly tell me what will be the max for this array. If I will do it like this, let's do it first of all in a normal way. Let's try and do it in a normal way first of all. Okay, okay, right. Yeah. Having some issues. Okay, right. So let's say what you can do is, for this the max will be what, 0. For this you will, what will be the max? You can say that the max up till here will again be 0. For this the max will be 1, the max will be 2 in this one. In this case, what will the max? 0, 1, 2, 3 are all present, so 4. For this the max will be 4. For this element, what will the max? The max will be, the max for this case will not be 4, the max for this case and this case will be 5. And then for the max for this case will be what? Since all the elements from 0 to 4 are present, so the max for this element will also be 5. Can we try to maximize it? What is the, just let me know if I have written anything wrong. I don't think that I have calculated the max in the wrong way. So 3 and then 15, so it gives us 18, right? So sum of the bi, I'm saying that sum of sum of array bi, where I starts from 0, I is up till n, so sum is coming out to be 18. Can we try to maximize it? Let us look at this. How can we try to maximize it? Like, let's say that I take 0, then I take 1, then I take 2, then I take 3, then I take 3. I know that if I sort it in descending order, then I'll not get the maximum max, because if the maximum elements are present in the beginning, so my max will start on decreasing, right? Max for 1 will be 3. Okay, so the max for 1 will be 3. Yeah, right. The max for 1 will be 3. Sorry. Yeah, I missed it. So that means my this answer will be 19. Okay. Perfect. Right. So for this case, let's say I have 0, 1, 2, 3, and then if I will sort in decreasing order, everyone will agree that if I sort this in decreasing order, then the max will come out to be decreasing, right? Max will come out to be very low. I want the elements to be sorted in ascending order. In this way I can maximize it. But let's have a look that is this the perfect way or not. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, and then I'll be having what, 4 and 7, right? These are the elements that I am having. So quickly let me know, for this element the max will be 1, for this element the max will be 1 again, the max will be 2. Okay, for this element the max is going to be 2. For this, up till here the max is going to be 3. For this one the max is going to be 4. For this one the max is going to be what? The max is going to be, you will say, 4 again. For this one the max is going to be what? The max is going to be 5. For this one the max is going to be 5. Everyone will agree to this, right? So let me calculate the total max. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 6. For 10, then 10 10 20 10 24, right? 24. Right, for this the max comes out to be 24. Yes sir, we have to start from the minimum, right? So is this the maximum max possible, or is there can be any other way? Let me just look at the answer for this. Let's just look at the answer. The answer is 1 plus 2, that is 3, then 3 3 6, 6 4 10, and then this 20. Okay, so am I getting something wrong? Have I written it in a wrong manner? 0 1, have I taken some bit wrong test case or something? 0 1 2 3 3, 0 1 2 3 3 4 and 7. Okay, so I think that I might have made some mistake. 0 0 1 will give me what? Okay, this 0 gives me 1, 0 1 gives me 2. Okay, let me have a look at this. What does it mean, right? Okay, so just let me have a look at this. Have I made some mistake? 0 1 and 2 will give me a max of 3, then I'll get a max of 4. Okay, I might have made some mistake. Have I made some mistake? The max is coming out to be a lot larger, I think. So this will not be the case. Can someone tell me how we can try to maximize the max? We have to maximize the max, right? How we can try to do this? Let's not take this example. Let's take a smaller example for the better understanding. Let's say if I have 0, then I have 1, then I have again 1, then I have 2, then I have 3, right? let's say this is the case. In this case, what will happen? You will say that for this the max will be 1, for this you will say that the max will be 2, for this you will say that the max will be 2, for this you will say that the max will be 3, and for this you will say that the max is 4, right? Everyone will tell me that this is going to be the max, right? Everyone will tell me this, right? Everyone will agree to this, right? But what I'm saying is let's try to do it sort in. You will not sort it in descending order. In that way, if it is like 3 2 1 1 and 0, so for this the max out comes to be 0, the max is 0 again, the max is 0 for this one, the max up till here is 0, the max up till here is 1. So you can see that the max is very low, so this will not be possible. Okay, right? I hope that this much part is clear to everyone. Just quickly let me know. Okay, is this much part clear to everyone? I hope that this much part is clear. But let me now draw this again: 0 1 1 2 and 3. But let's say now, instead of having this one, can I say that I could have maximized my max if I would have done it something like this: 0 1 2 3 and then 1? In this way, what would have happened is, in this way, the max for this could have been 1, the max for this could have been what? The max for this could have been 2. That is perfect. The max for this could have been 3. For this index, the max came out to be 2, but now the max comes out to be 3. How? For this, the max comes out to be 4. So the max increases for this index as well. Earlier, for this index, the max was coming out to be 3 here, but you can see here the max comes out to be 4. Now for here the max will come out to be 5, but earlier the max was coming out to be 4. So overall my max is increasing, right? Everyone is clear with this first part. I have solved 75 plus problems and 100 plus on this. Still not able to make a give a lot of contest. Start giving a lot of contest. Basically give a lot of contest. You even if it takes 1 hour to complete the first problem, there is no problem with that. I also took some time, right? Can you see that the max got maximized? Is this much part clear to everyone? If I sort it in terms of unique values, right, in terms of, first of all, I sort it in terms of unique values, then my answer is increasing. Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. Quickly let me know, only then I will be able to move ahead. Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know that your max is increasing. If you do this, if you sorted it in a normal fashion, then you are not getting the answer. The question, you could see that from the question that the answer could be sorting, right? You could have seen that the answer is sorting, but is it actually sorting? No, I don't think so, right? Everyone agrees to me on this. Yeah, right. For the last one, the max would be 4. Sorry. Okay, the last one for the max would be 4. We place first unique values. Yeah, right. Okay, that is perfect. That is what I am saying, right? So you can see that it deceived you. The problem deceived you in such a way that you will be forced to think that that is the case, right? That it is the case, but that is actually not the case, right? Everyone agrees to me on this part. Is everyone clear with this much part? Just quickly let me know, only then I'll be able to move ahead. Is everyone clear with this much part? Is everyone clear with this much part? Okay, just write a +1. You will take daily search sessions. Yes, I am taking daily search sessions. So you can go through the playlist you can go through the playlist section, and you can see that I've taken greedy problems or game theory problems. You can have a look at those videos. I have taken everything in detail there, so you can consider watching those videos if you have any doubts of that kind of. Okay, so how will we implement this problem? Just quickly let me know, how will you implement this? Can someone tell me quickly? A little quick. I want a little quick answer. Anyone? Anyone would like to tell me? Perfect. Let me write the code for this problem. I hope that the question part was clear to everyone. I'll have to take the array as an input, right? Once I'm done with that much part, then I can think of anything else that I want to do. Okay, what I'll be doing is, first of all, I'll be taking the array as an input, right? Let me remove this as well, and let me remove this part as well. Just let me zoom in a little bit. Perfect. So I'll just first of all take the array as an input. Then what will I do next? What will I do next? Can someone tell me quickly in the chat? So what I'll do is I will sort a comma a plus n. Right, I don't want to do it like, first of all I'll be sorting, right? Everyone will be clear that you need to sort, but now the question comes that how. Okay, so I'll declare a vector, let's say long let's say v, and then in that vector what I can do is for I is starting from 0 and I is lesser than n, I can say, and I can do an I plus plus, right? So what I'll do is, what I'll do for this case is that if my let's say if my I is equal, if my I is 0 then I can directly push that back. If my I is 0, let me directly push it back. If that is the case, then let me push back a of 0, that is the first element. In this case the first element will be unique itself, right? So after that what I can do is, if my a of I, let me start now from 1. So if my a of I is equal to what? If my a of I is not equal to a of I minus 1, if it is not equal to the previous element, then in that case what will I do? I will simply push that back into my resultant vector, right? Vector v, right? This is what I will do. Everyone will agree to this much part, right? This is what I will do. But now the question comes that what after that? What after that, right? What will I do after this? If it is equal, then what will I do? We can create a map and count. Okay, that is also something that you can do. Now the implementation part is a little bit tricky, but now what you can do is, you can start, let's say your I starts from what? I will start from 1, and then I will be lesser than n, I plus plus. After that what I will do is, if my a of I is equal to a of I minus 1, that is, it is, I'm not trying not to use any extra space. Notice that I'm not trying to use any hash map. That is why I'm trying to do is this way, in order of one space. That means that I don't want, let's say I am restricted to not use a hash map. In that case what will I do? So I'm just trying to build a logic. So if elements are not equal, so I'll first of all push all the unique elements. Then if the elements were equal, in that case what will I do? Now I'll keep on pushing them, right? I can keep on pushing them. I can keep on pushing the particular a of i's, right? And once that much part is done, so what I will do is, for my I will start from 0, I will be less than n and I plus plus, and after that simply I'll do a c out v of I and then a space, and then I will change the line. Okay, I have noticed that I haven't used any extra map for this. Is this much part clear to everyone? I hope that this much part must be clear to everyone. Okay, so let me just copy the test cases and see whether this particular solution works or not. Let's see whether it works or not. There can be multiple optimal answers as well. V dot push underscore back. Okay, let's see whether it will work or not. Okay, so I'm getting this answer. I think it is perfect up till now. Okay, so in the second problem I'm getting this. Let me see whether this gets accepted or not. If it doesn't get accepted, I might have to make some index changes, but I don't think that is something that I have to do. Basically I've not used a hash map, because usually if you are giving an interview, then interviewer knows that you can do it easily using a hash map. But how do you do it without a hash map? That is the challenge behind this problem. Let me see whether this works or not. Yeah, it got accepted, right? Is everyone clear that this got accepted? You can see that this problem just now got accepted. Let me show you the code. Like, yeah, this got accepted just now. So basically what I've done is, you all were suggesting me to use a hash map, and everyone will try to use a hash map for this problem. But let's say if you are giving an interview, an interviewer asks you not to use any hash map for this, right? So in this case you don't need to worry much, or you don't need to become uncomfortable, right? You can basically say that I will be sorting, and first of all I'll be pushing the a of 0 element. After that I'll start my iteration from the first index I is equal to 1 and I is less than n. And if my a of I is not equal to a of I minus 1, that is, if the current element is not equal to the previous one, I'll keep on pushing that. So in this way I'll be able to push all the unique elements, right? Once I'm done with that, so what will I do? All the repeating elements I have to push. So I'll start again iteration from I is equal to 1 up till less than n. Why not 0? Because I am checking I minus 1, that is why I cannot take the 0 index, right? If my a of I is equal to a of I minus 1, so that means that in the previous loop I must have skipped those elements, so now I need to add those elements as well, and similarly in the end I can return my vector. I can simply print the resultant vector, right? Everyone is clear with this much part? I think that everyone is clear with this much part. Now let me erase this problem and let's move to the next problem now. I hope that this problem was very much clear to everyone. Now this problem is an interesting one. This problem is also done, so let's discuss this problem further. Okay, this problem might take some time. It will depend, like but still I know that this is a good problem. Okay, that problem name is teams forming. Okay, so there are n students in a university. You have been given n students in a university and the number of students is even. Okay, the n students are given and the number of students is even, and the ith student is having a skill of AI, and the coach is wanting to make n by 2 teams. Each team should consist of exactly 2 students. So the n by 2 teams should be there, and every team will consist of 2 students exactly, and each student should belong to exactly one team. So if one student is a part of one team, so he cannot be part of any other team. So 2 students can make a team only if their skills are equal. Okay, if their skills are equal, that means that AI is equal to AJ for two different students, that is ith index student and the jth index student, such that I is not equal to j. A of I should be equal to a of j, right? So that is what has been given in this question, and students can solve problems to increase their level. So if the students keep on solving problems, so if they solve one problem, if let's say a student solves one problem, so his level will increase by 1, right? So what you have to do is, the coach wants to the minimum number, what is the minimum number of problems that the students should be solving to make exactly n by 2 teams, such that one student is exactly in one team, and your task is to find the minimum number of total problems that all the n students overall all will be solving, such that they can make the team, right? Is this problem statement clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know in the chat if this problem statement is clear to everyone or not. Only then I can proceed further. Is this problem statement clear to everyone? Quickly, please let me know quickly. Only then I'll be able to move ahead, right? Is this problem statement clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. Quickly let me know in the chat. Only then I'll be able to move ahead. Is this problem statement clear to everyone? I hope at that it is. Just give me a +1 if this problem statement is clear. Okay, clear. What about others? Just quickly write down. Okay, what I can do is, let's say that I have been given this, that is 5, then 10, then I have been given 2, then I have been given 3, then I have been given 14, and I have been given 5. So how do you find the minimum? This is a combination of greedy plus sorting, right? How? The minimum, you have to find the minimum number of problems students should solve to make n by 2 teams, where one student is exactly in one team, right? And n is even also, so there will be no odd case for this. How can we do this? Just quickly let me know. How can we do this? How do you pair them in such a way that they end up giving you the maximum possible answer? Can someone in the chat tell me? Anyone would like to tell? If I've been given this case, let's say 5, then 10, then 2, then 3, then 14 and 5. What are the two? No pairs are there, right? Currently no pairs are there. Which element should I? So I'll be forming, since n value is 6, so that means I'll be forming 3 teams, right? That is n by 2 means 3 teams. How can I form 3 teams such that I get the maximum answer? Just quickly let me know in the chat. Quickly let me know in the chat what should be the approach. How can you minimize the number of problems to be solved? If one student, let's say if one student is 5, another is 6, so this student can solve one problem and he can get to 6, so 6 comma 6 can make a pair, right? So how do you solve the minimum number of problems such that you can how do you make pairs such that you solve the minimum number of problems? Students are making minimum number of problems and total 3 teams are made. How can we do this? Can someone in the chat tell me? Anyone would like to tell anything? Any particular approach for this? Any particular approach? You can tell any, irrespective of the fact that whether you are telling the right approach or wrong approach, it doesn't matter to me. Just let me know what can we do for this problem. Can someone in the chat tell me? I just want to know the answer from you. I just want to know the answer from all of you. Just quickly let me know. Just quickly let me know. Quickly let me know. How should we do this? Let me know quickly. How do you minimize the number of problems? Anyone has got any idea? Number of problems that you will be solving. How do you minimize it? You have been given this array. Basically, let's say 5, 5, 2, 3 and 14, 10. So Sethi is saying 5 and 5. So yes, I will say that 5 and 5. Why 5 and 5? Because this will take 0, right? After this he is saying 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, why? Because 2 and 3 will give me only one problem has to be solved, so that is why 2 and 3. After that I can take 10 and 14, and in this way I have to solve only let's say how many problems? I have to solve only 4 problems. So that means a total of 5 problems, right? But let's take another case. Let's take another case. Let's say the case is there are no other cases given. So let me take another case for ourselves. Let's say the case is such that let's say the case is 5, then let's say 6. After that, let's say we have another 6 and we have 7. What will be the answer for this case? Just quickly let me know. What will be the answer for this case? For this case, what will be the minimum number of problems? What will be the minimum number of problems for this case? Minimum difference between two. Okay, how do you try to approach that? You are telling the minimum difference between two elements. That is how you will build the overall problem. That is perfectly fine. But what I am asking is that how? That is what I am asking. How? Anyone can tell, would like to tell me. Anyone. Anyone can tell me any approach. Anyone can tell me anything, right? Regarding this. You are saying 6, 6, 5 and 7. Okay. This guy is suggesting me 6, 6. So that gives me 0. 5 and 7 gives me 2. So that is why overall I take 2. Right. I add them up so I get 2. Can I say that I could have also made a pair 5, 6 and 6, 7 as well? 5, 6 and 6, 7. So one from this and one from this. So this could have also given me 2. Right. Can we try to get something, anything that can help us? Can you think? Can you think of it? This problem is very interesting in this manner. That is what is interesting in this problem. That you can be given any case, but how do you tell that how should we take it, right? The question is how to find the minimum, how to minimize is the sum of differences, right? Sum of differences. How can we do this? Anyone would like to suggest anything? Anything? Can you take any hint from the given test case? The given test case was what? The given test case was this. Let me make some space for us to work on. Okay, right. Let me do this. So this was the case that was given to us, right? So for this case, let me try to sort it. Do I feel any intuition for sorting? Can I say that adjacent elements in the sorted array, the adjacent elements would help me? If I pick this 5 and if I try to level it up with this 14, 5 and 14, then it will cost me more, right? But if I pick this 5 with 2, 3 or let's say anything adjacent to it, sort, find the difference of consecutive two elements, then I plus 2, okay? First we will sort and then make pairs like first and last, second and last. Oh, first we will sort. Are you sure that you are going to do this? Let me tell you that what you are telling is how it is going to be wrong. Let's say you are taking this case. So 2, 3. Then you are saying 5 and 5. Then you are saying what 10 and 14. So you are saying, yes, I don't think that this will be happening, right? You don't need to take this with this, right? What you can do is you can simply notice that the elements in the sorted array will be giving a chance. If you try to the smaller element, if this element is there, then he should make pair with either this element or this element. That will be beneficial for us, right? So that is what I am also saying, that you make pairs of two. If you take these two elements, so this gives me 1. Take these two elements, it gives me 0. Take these two elements, they give us 4, and these are the pairs that you made, right? 2 comma 3, 5 comma 5, and 10 comma 14. These are the pairs that you suggested also. So if you sort them and take the adjacent differences, so in this way a 1 plus 0 plus 4, that gives us 5, right? And difference. Okay, so is this part clear to everyone? Right, you sort them up, you simply sort them up. So in this way what will happen, the elements which are closer to each other will be the elements that will be having the minimum difference. If the elements are sorted, then ai, the difference between ai and ai plus 1, let's say, will be minimum when this is sorted, right? It is sorted, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? When it is sorted in ascending order or even in descending order, then the difference between ai and ai plus 1 will be minimum possible, right? Otherwise, if you try to do it with any maximum element or any random element, then it might, in that case you might end up taking non-optimal answer, right? Your answer might increase, right? So I think that this much part must be clear for this question. Let me quickly implement this question. So what you have been given is, you will be given n and I. After that you will be given the sum, let's say 0. After that, for your I will be starting from 0 and I is less than n, I plus plus. Simply you first of all take C in A of I once you have taken the inputs. So what you do is you start from I starts from 0, I is less than n, and I plus equal to 2. Notice that I am increasing the difference by 2 because I am taking AI and AI plus 1, right? So that is what I am doing, AI plus 1 minus AI. That is what I am trying to do, right? Everyone is clear with this part? After this I will simply say that C out sum, and I think everyone will agree to that as well. Let me control C and let's try and submit this code and see whether it will work or not. Just made a compilation, some basic mistake here. I think this should be equal to, okay. It will obviously give me a wrong answer. Not wrong answer I think, but still, yeah, compilation error. Let me submit it again. Just rectified the mistake. Let's see whether it will work or not. I think it should get accepted. Okay, again compilation error. What is the error that I am getting? Sum plus is equal to this, and I am doing this as well. Have I not? Oh, okay, I have not declared the array. Okay, sorry, I have not declared the array. Long array of n. I think that this was the part that I was missing. So let's see now whether it gets accepted or not. I think it should. Refreshing it. Wrong answer on 1. Okay, why am I getting a wrong answer? Have I done some mistake? Yeah, I have not sorted the array, man. I've just not sorted. Sort a comma a plus n. I had to sort this out, and in this way this can be done. I just forgot to, so I told you that I'll be sorting it, but I just forgot to sort it as well, right? So that is why now this is what you are doing. Let me submit it again and see whether it works or not. After some possible errors, let's check whether it works or not now. Okay, again answer, wrong answer. Why a wrong answer, man? Am I doing some mistake? I'm sorting it, then I plus equal to 2. I've also taken the inputs. Let me just check where I might be getting out of bounds. Okay. Am I getting? What is this error, man? Yeah, I have not taken n as an input, man. Right, so that is why we are getting out of bounds error. Hopefully it will get accepted now, don't worry. I can see a lot of people are watching, so please consider liking the video if you haven't done that. Okay, let's now submit it. I hope that it will get accepted now without any compilation issues. So just checking. Okay, you can see that it got accepted, right? So this problem also got accepted. Since we have 10 to 15 minutes more, so let's move to the fourth problem. I think that problem must be clear to everyone. I can see a lot of people have joined in, so please like the video if you haven't already. Please like the video to mark your presence if you haven't liked the video. Okay. Now let's move to the fourth problem of the for the today's session, and this problem is named as barrel. It came in CodeForces educational round 90, I guess. uh, I've just checked it. Okay, I have made. Okay, so this problem is named as barrel. Me quickly read the problem statement for all of you. So it says that you have been given n barrels. N barrels are lined up. So each barrel from left to right. Each barrel is numbered left to right. Okay, and initially the barrels are, the highest barrel is containing ai amount of water, ai liters of water, and what you can do is you can pour water from one barrel to another barrel. Okay, from one barrel you can pour it to another barrel. In one act of pouring you can choose two different barrels. You can choose two different barrels such that one barrel can have x liters of water and another barrel can have another liters of water, and pour any possible amount of water from the first barrel to the second barrel. You may assume that the barrels have infinite capacity, so you can keep on pouring the amount pouring any amount of water in each of them. Okay, you can pour any amount of water. You have to calculate the maximum possible difference between the maximum and the minimum amount of barrels. Calculate the maximum difference between the maximum and the minimum amount of water in the barrels. If you can pour at most k times, you can pour only at most k times, and you have to tell, let me just do this. Let's do this. Okay, this was, notice that this was a problem B. Okay, in educational round 90 this was a problem B. So what has been given is, let's say you have been given an array. You have been given an array. You will be given, you can pour any amount from any particular. What you can do is you can choose any ai and any aj such that I is not equal to j, I should not be equal to j, and you can pour let's say all amount of it from this to this, and you have to tell the maximum difference. What you have to tell is, let me see what you have to tell. You have to tell the maximum possible difference between the maximum amount of water that is carried and the minimum amount of difference. Okay, maximum difference between the maximum amount that the container is containing after performing some operations and the minimum amount that a barrel can contain. Okay, so you have to tell me the maximum difference between the maximum container container containing the maximum water and the minimum water, right? So how can we do this? Also, you can perform this operation, this particular operations, only k number of times. Okay, you can perform this operation only k times. Is this question clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know in the chat if this question is clear to everyone. Is this question clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know in the chat. Only then I'll be able to move ahead. Is this question clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. You have been given this array, and from this you can take any index I and any index j such that they are not equal, and you can pour all the water from, let's say, any index I to j or j to I, and you have to find the maximum difference between the maximum container, the container containing maximum amount, and the minimum amount after performing k operations. Okay, clear? So it is clear to Shash. What about others? Just, I can see a lot of people are watching, so if you haven't liked the video, please like the video. You have to find the difference between maximum water container containing maximum water and the minimum water. How can we do this? First of all, is the problem statement clear to everyone, and then how can we do this? Clear. What about others? Just quickly give me a +1 if everyone is clear with this problem statement. Quickly let me know if everyone is clear with this problem statement, and then I'll start. What about others? What about others? Is everyone clear with this problem statement? So if you will see this case, let's try and look at these cases. So the case that have been given to us are these. Okay, so let's say that you have been given, first of all, let's say you have been given k, n is equal to 4 and k is equal to 1, and the array given to you is 5, 5, 5 and 5. You have been given only one move, so what you can do is you can pick this 5 out. Let's say you can pick this 5 out and you can pick this 5 out, and from there what you could do is From here what you can do is you can take this 5 out, and you can, from this 5 you can pour it down to this, and now your k will be 0 because no further moves will be ripped. So this is 0, this is 5, and this is 5, and this is what, this is 10. So the maximum difference between the maximum and minimum is 10 minus 0, so that gives us 10, right? So this is the answer for this case. Okay, so can someone quickly in the chat tell me how should we approach, how to find the maximum difference, how to maximize the difference? Can someone tell me how to maximize the difference? Can someone in the chat tell me how to maximize the difference? That is my question from all of you. We have solved a lot of sorting problems. Can you think of any sorting approach, any approach for that matter, any approach that can help us, any approach that can help us out in this, any approach? Anything would help. Anything that you think that we can do. Anything that you think that we can run. We can do it. Anything. Let's say if my container is having to maximize sort the array. Okay, so you have to maximize the difference. So this guy says that sort the array, add second, third, kth barrel from end to the last barrel. Okay, yeah, right. So this guy is suggesting what? First of all, this guy is suggesting that this array, let's say this array has been given to you, so you sort the array, right? Sort the array. So assuming that it is being sorted in ascending order only, so what will happen for this case is, since you are sorting it in ascending order, so this will contain the maximum up till here, right? So what you can do is you take your eye, you point your eye to n minus 2. If this is a zero based indexing, then you point your eye to this index and you pour the water from this to this, from this to this, from the second last, from the third last, from the fourth last, right? From the beginning, right? From here to here, from here to here, from here to here, right? In this way. From the adjacent element, find the second maximum. Yeah, right. Second maximum, third maximum. So what you do is, since you have a maximum, so you add second maximum to it, you add second max to it, you add third max to it. After that, you keep on adding the fourth max to it. That is the elements from the end, right? You keep on doing this. Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. I think that this much part must be clear to everyone, right? That is how we can do this problem. So let me write the code for this problem as well. I think that the problem statement is clear to everyone. So you have to do you can do this for what number of times? You can do this for total you can do this k number of times, right? So I have a difference, and I also have a, let's say, count. Let's say c is equal to 0, and I also need the k, right? So n, with n I'll need to input a k. Once I'm done with this much part, what will I do? I'll simply say that while my count, let's say c, or I can say my count, let me name it as count. So I will initialize my count as 0. So while my count is lesser than k, so if the total number of count is lesser than k, what I will do, this is sorted. Problem link I will provide the problem link just after this session. This is the problem name, barrels. Problem name is barrels. Educational round, I think 90 or 96. Educational round 96. Problem name is barrel. So problem B. So what I'll do is I will say that array of n minus 1, that is the last element, plus equal to what? Plus equal to what? Plus equal to array of you will say that array of n minus 1 minus I will say, let's say, count. Okay, I'll say count. Let's take the count as 1, and let's say count is less equal to this. So I'll keep on adding the last elements, right? And after that I will do a count plus plus. I'll do a count plus plus, right? Everyone will agree to this, right? Let me do this. So what I'll do in the end is I will also keep on making array these elements as 0, right? Once I have poured it, so what will I do? Array of n minus 1 minus count, I'll mark it as 0, right? Because this got emptied, right? So this is what I am doing. So now the difference will be nothing but array of n minus 1 minus array of 0. That or I can say, what is the value of k that has been given to me? The value of k that has been given to me is at least 1. Okay, so that means that I just need to print the last element. In that way I can do it, right? So I think that this will be how we'll be solving this problem. Let me just quickly test it down for this test case, so that we can have a look whether this is working for the test case or not. This current problem link is not there in the description because this is the fourth problem for today. So I can see that this is getting correct output. Let me try and submit this problem as well, so that we can check whether we are getting the correct output or not. And once we are done with that, so you have to tell me. Okay, so let's see whether this problem gets accepted or we get any rejected or thing. Okay, so you can see clearly that this problem barrels from educational round 96, it got accepted just now. So let me show you the code part again for this problem. This was a sorting based problem and this was a good problem. I will say it was good, but if you find it easy, why you subtract count, why you subcount, what do you mean subtract count? Because the last element will be what? If my counter is currently 1, then the second last element will be what? N minus 1, which is n minus 2, right? If my count is 1, then my element will be what? If my, let's say my count first of all will be 1, so the array will be what? The element that I am adding is n minus 1, so that is n minus 2, obviously, right? And in this way, if my count will increase again, so this will be n minus 1, so that is nothing but n minus 3. So the second last element, third last element, all these elements, in this way I am trying to iterate, right? And you can see my code, I have written it very simple manner. Basically I have taken the inputs, I have sorted the array, count is lesser equal to k, that is total k moves that I can make. Apart from this, the last element I'll be adding with the second last element, third last element, depending on the count, n minus 1 minus count. That is very similar to n minus 1 minus I. You could have taken I in this case as well. Then I'll mark this as 0. I don't need to do that, but I'm still doing that. Let's say if the problem asks you to return the array, in that case you should have done that. Apart from this, you will just be returning the last element of this array, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly like the video if you haven't done that, and please give a +1 in the chat if this problem is clear to everyone. Okay, is this problem clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know in the chat, only then I'll be able to move ahead. Okay, perfect. What about others? Just quickly let me know if this problem is clear to everyone or not. Perfect. So right, +1 from Sash. So great, that's great. So what I want to tell you is we are currently taking on this channel Code Era. You can consider subscribing this channel. You can subscribe this channel if you haven't, or if you are watching the recording. Apart from this, what you can do is you can like the video and you can share these playlists with your friends. Playlist videos, editorials, video editorials. So currently we'll be bringing the CodeForces editorials. We will be bringing the CodeForces editorials once the contest take place again. Okay, apart from this, we will also be bringing the lead code weekly contest and the bi-weekly contest. Lead code weekly and lead code bi-weekly as well. So this is also what we are planning to do this Saturday and Sunday. Apart from this, I am currently live streaming daily for lead code daily challenge. So if you have any doubts in those problems, you can mention those. You can look at my video streams or live streams. If you are not able to look at the live stream, you can look at the recorded versions. So daily challenge is what we are doing as well. And apart from this, we are also bringing ad coder beginner contest this Saturday. That is also something that we are doing. And apart from this, since you know that I am taking this sorting mastering sorting series, mastering sorting CodeForces problems. So you can consider watching this series up, because from this series what we'll be doing is we'll be building up for binary search using this series, so that once basic sorting concepts are clear, then if you have to apply somewhere down the line, if you have to apply binary search, so in that case you are clear. If your concepts are clear for sorting, if you have solved a lot of problems for sorting, then you can easily do problems on binary search as well, because in that case you will not be doubtful for sorting, right? So that is what we are planning. And if this was a helpful session for everyone, then please like the video and share it with your friends or people that you are coding with. And this was it from my side, and make sure to keep coding. And last thing that I want to say is that have a great day ahead. You guys are doing great. Thank you Chirag for that. Okay, so keep coding and I'll see you in the next one.